All right, so we are back in. As a little recap on what we did last week and kind of a segue into what we're going to be doing. You guys managed to get into the castle. You've investigated what happened to the missing milkman. And overall, you were brought over to meet with Princess Zelda and Impa, where you guys discussed the next plan and steps in order to take action against Ganondorf as preventative measures before he does anything crazy. You learned that he is planning on leaving Hyrule Castle in about a week, so you are on a little bit of a time crunch in terms of getting these gems quickly. They provided you with a song that will identify you as royal family members or agents of that family. She taught you the Zelda's Lullaby. And then, in addition to that, you guys finally did, near the end of it, you did find the milkman. Impa has since taken him and interrogated, quote unquote, just to kind of find out what he knows. And he has been sent back finally to the Lone Ranch. Before leaving, he did tell you guys that if you were to come to visit him at the ranch, he would offer you a reward. And from there, you guys are still in the market. You guys have a plan from Zelda. It just depends if you're going for the Zora domain, or if you're going to go for the Gorons first. She did tell you that the Great Fairy on the mountain. There's a Great Fairy on the mountains near the Gorons. You do know, because of Atog's background, that there is a Great Fairy in the domain as well, or outside of the domain. So you do have a couple options on what you might want to do. There is also the lingering reminder of Navi that Saria wanted to meet back up with a game plan, and she was going to teach you guys another magical song if you decided to go back and visit her. So, you guys have a couple different paths on what you want to do. Where do you guys want to go first? This is when the game starts to open up a lot more to what you guys want. I do have multiple different things prepped, and then I'll have to know in future just what you guys plan on doing so I can prep accordingly.
Well, I think as we discussed before, we have a marksmanship to win, a masked traitor to find, and I think one more thing is out there too.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. We should go ahead on with the plan as discussed prior.
That said, which of you would like to do your things first?
Well,
I'm going to be casting my Daily Goodberry.
And again, Daily Goodberry, hand those out as normal.
I believe this is right after we just talked with.
Oh, I might have already handed them out.
So it's still midday.
Yes, it's still about midday. So it's still early on. You guys can pretty much do anything you need to do in town, and you can probably travel a good amount for the day as well.
Ooh. The Ebon Striders.
We're still trying to figure out our name. No.
Also like the taste intent.
The Goodberry Club.
The Goodberry Club.
I like it. Considering we have two people who can cast that.
And one person to eat all the good berries.
Otherwise, we can call it the Goodberry Surprise.
That sounds
very, very
Let's
just say I wouldn't be consenting to a Goodberry surprise.
Yeah, I was going to say that seems kind of well, you know.
Excuse me, sir. Would you like a Goodberry surprise? I don't.
Please
no.
Please God,
I'm
no.
good.
I'm gonna call the cops.
There are no cops, only guards.
I also found this one, which is amazing.
I do like the running joke. I think it'd be great.
Oh God.
All right. So in chat we got the Tasty Intent, Revelation Gangstas, the Ebon Striders, and the Running Joke. And I honestly like the Goodberry Club, but it's not a very serious name.
Do we need to?
No,
I
not
think
really. Whatever you want
the
to do.
less serious name will completely throw people off of our sacred mission.
That's true.
An inside joke.
I don't know if I can entrust the world to you for you guys to be our saviors to the Good Berry Club. All right.
Hey, we can always have a cover name and then an actual name.
You fool! You thought we were the Good Berries, but we were really the running joke.
You know what? I want running joke. I feel like running joke is hilarious. It's just so meta.
I love it. All right. We'll figure out from what we want to do on break for that one. We'll do an official.
The Good Guys Club.
Good guys. All right. So so first step in the market. Were you guys planning on doing the game again first?
Yes. I suggest we run past the marksmanship. I want to have that upgrade for ATOC as we are getting out of here.
All right.
I doubt it does much for for me.
Okay, so in the market, the music is playing. It's loud. Everyone's dancing and excited and grabbing everything they can. The market is just full of chaos, and you will see a pretty big line of people trying to get to win the prizes at this sling competition. So far,
Right.
No one has won, and they will take notice. ATOC, you tried it at first, so if you guys are all together, it's like, you were close last time. Up for a second round?
I think I'd prefer to let my party member try their hand first. See what they can do.
Of course. Yes, come on, ticket round. 5 rupees to try out your luck.
Hello, just confirming. It's any ways possible. Just knock down those targets, correct?
Correct.
And it has to be from this line, right?
Correct. Can't pass the line. You can shoot at it with a bow, an arrow, a spell, whatever you might want.
We'll do so.
All right.
I'll put down the 5 rupees, which I believe it will be silver.
Yep.
All right. Put down the 5 silver. I'll just take out a regular rock and. All right. Whenever we begin.
All right. He pulls the level. The music plays. The whistle blows. The first gem shoots out, and.
Well, I mimic that I'm throwing the rock, but what I'm actually doing is doing my magic hand, and with my telekinetic feet, I have no somatic, so I have no show that I'm casting a spell.
Awesome.
And I simply have my thrown rock quickly move 30 feet and bonk the target.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand?
You're tossing a rock.
Ah.
You could use an
To make
strength or something if you want to. If you're actually a strength or dexterity check if you want to as well.
Oh no, I'll use sleight of hand.
All right.
Guidance should not be there, but that's 14.
Okay, that will look like it hit it, and that target goes down. The first one goes, and no batting an eye at that hit. Go ahead and throw the second one as the second target moves over from the left.
All right, this time I'm gonna make it look like I'm throwing a little I'm gonna use a bit of precipitation to make a glowing rock in my hands and then throw it.
Okay, you throw
Make it
a
look-
glowing rock
Make
at it.
make it. It's more like now I'm showing off that I'm using magic this time.
All right.
As I toss it, and magic, and essentially as it leaves my hands, essentially the invisible hands continues my hands motion as it just straight line flies towards the target.
All right. Throw in the rock. Go ahead and make me a strength or dexterity. Then in that case,
All right.
gotta make it look like it's going towards it. That is sleight of hand, which is the same thing. So the shot.
It awkwardly moves around and bonks it regardless.
So as you throw the rock wide, the target still falls over, and that one shakes him up a little bit, and he's just like, yeah, okay. And like he looks over towards the third target, and releases the third target as it falls from the ceiling. down, you take that final shot. And then
Right.
give me another sleight of hand or whatever you might want to do.
Yep. Once again, doing the whole show of glowing rock. It's now sparkly and red, as if it's pulsing with power. And once again, I toss it off. It floats off and bunks the target. 14.
All right. So that one looks normal, and he kind of forgets about the second one, but that is a winner chicken dinner. We finally have a winner, folks. This mighty mage has won our sling mod.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everyone kind of clapping around, and some people are like, "Oh!" Like people want it, who wanted it. And he was like, "It's like quite the show. What spell was that? That like it was mighty impressive."
It's the magic rock spell.
Magic rock spell. Well, wizards are coming up with weird stuff all the time. Congratulations, my friend. He'll kind of raise up your hand.
Yeah, just hold it up. How tall is this man?
He is a little bit shorter than you, so he's gonna like try and like lift up your hand a little bit and kind of show you to the crowd.
All right.
He'll kind of
I make a show of it as well.
He'll gesture you over. He's like, "That is a fine work. If you're ever up for a more difficult challenge, like we do have more games as well. This coming up soon. So check back with us for more prizes."
We'll check in later. And
All right. You'll see him kind of go back to the crowd. He's like, "Don't worry, folks. We still have more prizes to go around. He may have won our grand prize, but we still have good goodies here." And people will still kind of line up and play, and you'll see people kind of shooting in.
so, do I receive the prize?
Yes. So you have a sling mod. Let me grab it. So.
All right.
So
As I hold it, I look at it.
So the mod increases the damage dice from a D4 on a sling to a D6.
Nice. And then it gets doubled as well.
And then it gets doubled as well for the
Beast.
beasts. Yes.
All right. I hand this over to Atok. I believe this will improve
Yep. So,
your capabilities.
so Atok, you
Ah,
can
well,
change
thank
the
you.
sling damage from a D4 to D6 in your folder or whatever on your sheet.
Will do.
All right. So the market. If you guys start leaving out the market, you said you were looking towards the mask salesman next, correct?
Mhm.
All right. Let's get our side quests on. So, as you guys start to approach, you do still notice that the area kind of surrounding the mask door is eerily haunted, where nobody is really around the front door and people are actively trying to avoid it. And finally, as you guys kind of walk in, you'll start to see. You walk into the shop, and behind the counter, no one stands. Until, as you start moving in, looking around, a hand reaches out from behind you by the door. A zombie mask or re-dead mask peers out, and he just stares and screams. Ah! Oh, such fun, such fun. He removes the mask. You see a pretty tall Hylian man kind of smiling back. Why, hello there. Welcome to my mask shop. We're here to make you happy, afraid, sad, and others. What brings you to my humble shop?
Well, yes, we have heard there is you have a quest out. So we saw your request on a bounty board.
Ah, yes. You see, I have some deliveries I need made, and I need to make sure I have people I can trust, as the last people who were less than trustful. You see, one of my masks has been stolen, and just in time for its delivery, so I have a very unhappy client, and now I'm working towards recovering that mask. But in the meantime, I still have other deliveries to be made, and I need someone I can trust and won't betray me. To make the
perish the thought.
deliveries.
Alright, so where would the deliveries need to go?
Let's see. I have one that needs to go to a guard near the Goron Trail. I have another one who is. I don't actually have a buyer for this one. I just need to. I'm trying to find someone who might enjoy something a little bit more spooky. Usually, those who or that are interested in the dead, tend to like it. I have a bunny hood for a traveling mailman. And then I have some other unique masks. I know that one of them, the Keaton mask, is already spoken for, but my real task comes to helping me sell some of these other masks and finding the right buyers. I don't know if you've noticed, but people seem very intimidated by my shop, and I don't know why.
Might be the spook factor.
Nonsense! Everyone likes to be afraid. But that's actually very possible. However, I have noticed that my masks tend to sell very well for traveling salesmen compared to this shop that I might need to close down in the future. I just needed a place for my wares and to bade my time. And so I opened this shop, and I have many powerful ones to give. If you help me sell my masks, I can reward you with many different items. I have all these masks here are models of the real thing. So you help me find someone, I can give you the real power of these masks.
It would be most interesting. I've not heard much of masks, but it sounds very intriguing.
Sylvam, are you asking that in character?
I think I will. Yeah, I'm gonna ask about his masks. But I don't know if Sylvan would actually know that. That'd be like, do you want to roll a history check first?
Yeah, give me a history check on that.
Actually,
Give me one sec. My thing froze. There we go. I got a 2.
Alright,
Sylvan doesn't know shit.
You wouldn't know anything about it.
Alright, then I guess I won't.
I'm slightly upset because I would have had a fun interaction with that.
would you... Hey, Prunk, would you
Yes.
mind if I make a roll for, knowing about the power of mask in general?
Sure. That can either be a religion or a history.
History.
Well, I like to know about those too. Anyway, so history, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Religion, history. I will go with history. Oh, nice.
All right, Felton. What are you trying to remember?
Have I heard of anything of masks? Oh,
Okay,
nice.
That and okay. So between Atok and Felton, you guys do know, with the combined knowledge, you know that there are thousands upon thousands of masks that are blessed. A lot of them have special powers and properties, and typically an original mask is what gives off those powers. Those powers can be transferred and moved, but it reduces the quality of the mask itself. And eventually, if people start molding their own makeshift masks and models of them, they don't have any power in them. So he offers for sale. He's offering these masks that are just models, but he does have the original model of each of the masks too. So he claims. And he will point out, he kind of looks over to Atok. He looks at everybody. He's like, "Have you ever wished to become something that you are not?" And you'll notice the mask of the Zora, Goron, Gerudo, Sheikah, and a Deku scrub on his mantle. That is my ultimate power. To become what you want become who you feel you are. If you ever feel like you are who you are not, I can have the power to change your appearance to fit who you are on the inside. Or maybe not who you are in the inside, just who you need to be in that moment.
Huh. Very intriguing and interesting. But mind if I ask a random question, especially since we're more than likely going to be needing your, well, your expertise on such matters in the future?
Absolutely.
Felton is just
Did you just
looking
happen to...
directly
Oh, sorry.
at. Felton is just looking just directly at the Goron mask.
So, tell me, mask salesman, did you come across this this power and the mask on your own, or did you actually seek them out yourself? Maybe make use of their powers. Just a little bit of curiosity.
Ah, yes. I've been a merchant and traveler for a very long time, but I have not always discovered each of these. I have clients that seek out powerful masks and who bring them to me, and from there, they are paid well. So, not to say that if you find your own mask of true power, I will greatly reward and pay you for that. But, there's only been a few that I have found on my own from just rumors and travels. I am not a warrior or adventurer such as yourselves. I am but a humble merchant, an enthusiast of these crafts.
Yes, it's. You are brimming with enthusiasm, I can tell.
Thank you, thank you.
And how does. Well, how much would one be, or how does one earn one of these masks?
If you are to sell the three if you find 3 buyers of these masks, I will give you the privilege of buying another one. Each of these the race-changing ones will cost 200 rupees. But I will reward you with a unique mask for yourselves, just for aiding me.
All right. And,
Honestly, it doesn't sound like that would be much of a problem for us, especially since we'll be gallivanting about Felton, Sylvan.
we'll be traveling around, yes.
Yes, yes. Do you think it's possible?
And you mentioned we only really know of one person that is guaranteed to be a requester, someone who wants it. Correct?
Yes, that's why I do need a salesman, not just a courier. And like I said, I need some people that I can trust. His eyes kind of darken and focus in on all of you.
My eyes move to Silverman. I ask, how's your sales pitch? Sales pitches, my friend.
Hello, my friend. Would you like to be happy? Apparently, it doesn't work well on children. But some others seem to take a look at it. I typically just recommend wearing the masks as you travel, talking to people while wearing them, and seeing some reactions. If they like it, you can sell them. Each of these masks are worth 30 gold. Any profit that you make from that, if you feel like you can upsell it, you are welcome. But at the end of the day, I need 30 gold for each of these masks. Any profit is your own commission, but sell all 3, and you'll be rewarded.
Do they have unique properties of their own? These 3 masks?
Yes, they do. The Keaton, he kind of shows you off this like yellow fox-looking mask. This will give you a stronger sense to defense at the cost of your perception. The spooky mask tends to intimidate all those around it. The bunny hood, my personal favorite, gives you a little pep in your step. They all kind of hinder your perceptive skills, but the power, although not quite as powerful as the original, definitely is definitely beneficial, and in the right hands they can find a power, but you find a good buyer. But I often like to leave that as a cherry on top for some. Just give out the information as you need, but I prefer finding the proper buyer that will actually enjoy these masks before they know the power of them.
But if we travel and show them off, and we actually take a liking to them, would that not mean we are the fated customer?
Very perceptive. You might not want to wear a mask. But yes, if in the odds chance that you are the perfect buyer for this mask, then you may purchase them as yourself. 30 gold each, and they are yours. As long as I sell these 3 to whomever, I will allow it. So realistically, if you want to speed through the quest, you guys can basically do it all for 90 gold.
But where's the fun in that?
Yes, technically speaking, you could do it if you want. But you might get a better rewards for giving them to other people too, so.
Well, just to be sure,
sorry.
which one did the Goron decide upon? Or his heart still wavers?
The guard at the Goron, by the Goron Death Mountain, he wanted the Keaton mask.
Mm-hmm.
He said it was a gift for his child.
Most excellent choice.
All interesting, but sorry.
I'm just reading out. So, Silvum says, "I'm scared, getting totally evil vibes from this guy."
Well, if you don't mind, we just. Oh, sorry.
Like the entire conversation, Silvam has been shaking in his boots.
Would you like to roll an insight check on him?
I'm just getting ready to ask for that.
Sure. You know what? I don't see why not. Insight.
Silvam
Silvam doesn't know
A
shit.
single issue with this man.
He's just scared, but like he doesn't have any evidence. So Silvam's just kind of sitting there crying, like he's spreading his. Never mind. That's not how trees do it. Anyway.
He has not stopped smiling since he's removed the mask.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you mind if I ask you one last question before we properly take on this mission quest?
Yes.
Do you have any... Well, sorry to come off as rude, just being sure, but do you have any nefarious intentions to be selling these masks, or do you honestly just want people to enjoy them?
Nefarious? There you go. Here's the happy guy. I just wished for everyone to be happy. And I know my tools can bring happiness to them as they have brought me happiness. He's not going to tell you this evil talk.
I always play it as whenever I'm asking something, I insight, so that's why A-Talk is just absolutely direct with this line of questioning. Would you mind if I insight this, though?
Yeah, go ahead and insight it. He is just smiling and has that little face on him the entire time while talking to you. It is so hard to read this guy.
I'll just roll just for fun. To his reaction. Nope, he's fine. He's totally legit. I trust this man.
He has a very high persuasive and or deception skill.
Arguably both one and the same.
But you guys get a general sense that he's telling the truth. That he just wants people to be happy, but he's just kind of a creepy guy that likes masks.
Well, he already implied each of these to have their own drawbacks, so it's not like he hasn't warned everyone.
Yes, something to talk about after. The mask seems like
Yes,
the important issue.
I believe we will take up this endeavor.
Excellent, excellent. Now remember, I am a businessman. I want my gold. I need it. But finding happy buyers for my masks is all I really want, besides my gold.
I'm guessing based on prior words and actions before that you may have been burned in the past by an untrustworthy employee.
What? No, of course not. Nobody would betray me. Or else.
Probably something good to take into consideration.
So, just to be sure, as we are very likely to uptake this quest to find welcome homes and welcome faces for the new masks. As you are a businessman, of course. Is there some kind of down payment you need, or because you will be technically entrusting your supplies with us?
I do not need a down payment of any sorts. That is why I need somebody I can trust. If I am burned by that trust, then we'll cross that I when it comes.
I prefer not to cross that bridge in general.
Is there a deadline for that?
Don't make me wait 7 years. And he just grins even longer.
I highly doubt it'll take 7 years.
Oh, you never know. Just as long as I know you're out there making people happy with my tools and I get my gold, it's all we need.
All right. Just in case, so you did mention you'll be moving about not too far away future. Where will we find you once our quest is complete?
I'll still be here for some time. I don't intend on uprooting shop anytime soon. Unless, of course, there's some horrible incident in my future. But I doubt that.
Understood. So, we'll return here once it's finished. Oh, right. Could you give us the description or the name of the Goron Guard?
He kind of goes over towards his book and just starts screwing through it. And it's like, yes, Gabriel the name. Gabriel the Guard. He is usually posted out in Kakariko village, towards the Goron Mountain.
He's at a Kakariko village, and his name is sorry.
Gabriel. Sorry.
Gabriel. Okay. Gabriel at a Kakariko village.
And then he did say that the bunny hood is a traveling mailman.
Kind of interested. What does the bunny one do?
He said it gives you a little bit more of a pep in the step.
I remember I took a potion that gave me some more pep in my step. Maybe it's like that.
No, I'm pretty sure that was cocaine.
Oh. Well,
I'll wait for a description.
Maybe a bit more of an adrenaline rush.
Oh yeah, that give you plenty of adrenaline.
I'm excited to try it.
All right, I just posted all of them, so you guys can have see all three of those masks. I'll put them in the equipment section.
Oh, that is actually really good.
Thank you. So, stupid question, right? But I actually played, like, I finished Ocarina of Time, and I kind of know this quest, right? Do I just, like, pretend like I don't?
Yeah, try not to metagame.
Okay.
There'll be plenty. I mean, like, there's plenty of areas like you'll probably meet everybody in passive conversation. So, like, you probably don't even need to.
Oh yeah, it's just a little bit of mix between both of those.
Yeah.
So, but fun as always.
Alright, but otherwise I think our tree friend here might find a great favor with the bunny hood. Do we not only keep up with our pace, but surpass it?
The very fast paladin is terrifying.
It is amazing.
So to recap, the Keaton mask will give you a +1 to your AC, but you have disadvantage on all perception checks. That includes your passive perception as well. And then, which I do a weird little twist to that. The spooky mask have advantage on intimidation checks, which I don't feel like you guys are going to end up utilizing with this group. I feel like you guys have been very the bunny hood gives you +10 to your movement speed.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And yeah, so any other words for me?
Oh, I myself, I believe I am quite fun. And so just quickly going through everything, just to make sure I know. The ketone mask already has a heart on it, but the spooky and the bunny hood are still looking for their bias.
Correct. I do have a man in mind for the bunny hood. There's a traveling mailman who is a quick little rabbit as it is, but I know it will make him happy to have that in his possession, as he has gone very long hours a day traveling across Hyrule, and just being able to make a move much faster, I know would be very, very rewarding to him. However, again, if you were to buy the mask and it would make you happy, I am fine with as well.
Understood. Well, then I have, at least from my side, I have no qualms whatsoever up taking this quest and setting out to look for the rightful new faces to stay on.
Excellent, excellent. So he will officially hand you each a mask. Atok getting the bunny hood, Felton getting the spooky, and then Sylvam getting the Keaton.
Just look at them, spooky, like ironic.
So,
Right.
Without any further ado, I bid you well. I need to make room for more customers. And just kind of like waddles back behind the counter and starts cleaning up some messes and stuff.
Until later.
Fare thee well.
All right.
Wow, creepy. I don't see much harm in this. Anyone else?
How far are we away from the shop?
You guys start moving out, so you're away from that little strange aura kind of around his shop at this point.
If they were away from the shop, it's like, well, just in case, I will run them through identification. But otherwise, I think there's no problem.
All right. As you identify them, they do exactly what he described. So you have the official language.
I just know a bit more details on it, and
Yes.
I share it with the group.
Navi's gonna pitch in. That guy's terrifying. I don't know if we should even deal with him. Just sell these masks and don't go back to that store.
I'm not sure what everyone's so afraid of. He seems perfectly normal.
Honestly, these could be pretty beneficial to A, either ourselves, or B, to anyone we actually trust. So, probably good to keep up with someone who's more knowledgeable about mask in general. Your opinions?
I'm fine with it, to be honest. And the idea of earning your own mask, I have plenty ideas. Specifically, if we could acquire something like a Goron mask, it would help us greatly in our trials in Death Mountain. If they are truly what he promises them to be. And even with these basic ones, I have a feeling that they are true what they are.
I believe on you if you find them trustworthy.
Well,
Sylvan?
I rarely find anyone actually fully trustworthy, but I see a deal in a businessman when I see one.
I
Yes,
meant in your own
Sylvan?
capabilities of identification.
Sylvan?
Yes.
Thought you sprouted roots for a moment.
Sprouted roots. Sorry.
Now, one other thing is each of those masks would require attunement as well. So just be aware.
So it's one attunement slot to put it on, and it's an action, or what, to take it off, like mid-combat?
Yeah, so if you're doing it, it would be a taking on and off an armor. I would say it's a free action to kind of don it on and off.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can interact with one object for free. So
Is it enough to put the shifted above from your face?
Yeah, it'd be a free action for that.
Ah, cool.
Well, these masks are horrifying, and I am excited to get them, well, to their proper buyers as soon as possible. Oh, this thing is going to give me nightmares, but still, they could prove very effective in combat if we do need it.
I don't know. My friend, you seem very spooked with it.
Aren't you?
I slightly put on the spooky mask. No, I am not.
A creepy man in a shop was like, "Come here, little boys. Do you want to buy some masks?" And he said, "No one betrays him ever."
You understand where I come from? Going to buy salt is you go to a place and say, hey, you want to buy crystals? That's salt.
I think
is-
Sylvan would confuse that for something else.
I didn't know what it was until after I had consumed it.
And you can stop anytime you want, I bet.
On the flip
Alright.
side of this, at least this trader told us what they do and what they are ahead of time.
All right, guys. So, is there anything left in the city that you would like to do before we go?
I don't believe so, unless we want to hunt down the bandits, which is
The Goblin Bandits or the other bandits?
whatever the bounty was for.
We're going to hunt them down, tie them to trees, tickle them, and make them give up the truth.
Sure thing.
If not,
I
I'll
think he
use the
still has
mask.
some in his system.
Like a butterfly potion?
I mean, we already did quite a few of our tasks here. Contact, find out where
I
that
think this
missing
is
milkman
fine.
went.
I think it is fine. We should start travel. Now this avenue did open up a new ideas, because first I was definitely fervent of pursuing the Zoran temple first, considering we would have advantage in having well, you, Atok, as being both native and attuned to the place. But the perspective of acquiring a Goron mask, well, it it tempts me to pursue this as well, but I think we should not go too far off of our plans, and we should probably pursue the Zora and pick up what we can on the way. Just take out the map and look at the map. Zoran right all the way south?
So you guys can follow the river, which is the traditional entrance leading in. You would know that there is a secret path underwater in Hyrule or Lake Hyrule, but your allies might not necessarily know how to do it. So you would want to head over this way towards the east, because your allies won't be able to swim under it most likely.
Mm-hmm.
We could also make a little sojourning path by Long Long Ranch and go through this way.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's the underwater. There's an underwater entrance inside of the lake, but that's not where the domain is. Atok would know that the main entrance that you're probably gonna have to use for like royal visitors is out by a waterfall. The domain does have series of underwater tunnels, but your allies are very likely not to be able to survive that.
So is there an official way to get there?
To the east. There's a waterfall area out that way if that follows up a river. So basically, you're just following the stream upwards.
All right then, onward.
And I'll look through our notes and where would this Cocorico village would be, where Gabriel.
You guys will end up passing right by it, so it's about a like.
So I think we should drop by to the village as we go there.
Right.
Unload one of the masks and pursue the Zora.
All right. So as you guys start moving over, give me a survival, initiative, and perception, and then also a D100. I'm sorry, not initiative. A D100.
I call the 100.
Yeah.
I call the 100. Doing it now. Wow, that's a 2. Uh-oh. Plot twist, Red Dragon flies over and attacks us.
Why do I hear Skyrim music?
Oh god, not a sky whale.
No, Skyrim music.
I was just saying sky whale attacks us.
All right. Well, twos are bad usually, so go ahead and give me a perception check, and then I guess I don't need a survival, but I need a perception.
I can do perception if you want, Sylvan. And Belton.
Yeah, somebody besides Sylvan has to do the perception.
I think you should do the perception. You're gonna have the higher score.
My perception is flat 0, so.
Yeah, I have a +7, so. We haven't been traveling in the outside for a while, so
no. You basically just left Hyrule Castle, and you're kind of following the main path to.
Another 5.
All right, and then there.
Do you want who's rolling the other one stuff?
The survival doesn't actually matter. That's just traveling time.
Oh, okay. I'll roll it then. I don't know. I believe I pressed it. I'll let the machine do its thing. It'll show up eventually.
All right, so I'm gonna get some. I gotta get something prepped really quick. We will take a quick 5-minute break. This is a little stopping point before we start, but we'll get into it in just a second. All right.
Alrighty then.
Oh, 17. Excellent.
Oh, nice.